Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to the channel. I've just set my audio, and hopefully my audio levels are correct. If they don't sound good or too high, too low, let me know, and I can adjust them. So please just let me know in the chat how the audio is. So you join us here today, folks, in the Fokker F28 Fellowship. This is the Dash 1000. This is after the version 2 update from Justflight has just hit a few hours ago. So I've decided to come online and give it a try. And so here we are in MSFS 2024. And so far, things seem to be nice and frame rate friendly. We've got VATSIM traffic online, so just checking what click spots there might be. Yeah, as I suspected, Justflight hasn't bothered with all of the gimmicky MSFS 2024 situation. They've just done what they've always done. So I'm going to hit Control C. We can jump in the aircraft and see what's happening. So let's just close the door for the moment. I have to say, immediately I get the sense that the performance is actually better in the in 2024 in the F28 than I had in 2020, and the performance in 2020 was already really good, so I'm really pleased to see that. So where should we start? Let's just get my seat forward. Thank you. So let's actually start at the EFB. Let's just pause track IR here. So what have we got? We've got flashing things. Okay. Zero fuel weight is flashing, so those are all not applied instances. Let's see. Okay. If I go... Okay, right. So this is the menu. Settings. Local time. Official flight plan. Username login. I think. Okay. Official flight plan. Yep. Continue. That shouldn't be an error, because that is my... Oh, I see. Rather than having username login, go the number. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So... Right, so we've got our flight plan. We're flying from Toronto to Boston today. We are Canadian Regional 341, and there's our route. It is a genuine GPS route with a SID and a star in an F28. Never would I have thought I'd see the day, but here we are. I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. Average wind, okay. Zero fuel weight is 20 tons, just over. Block is 3.9 tons. Cruise altitude is flight level 290. Distance, there we go. Log out and reload. I don't want to do either of those. METAR, okay, so it pulls in the METARs for both airports and the alternate. Sweet. What's output? Oh, okay, right, sweet. Okay, that's just the straight up sim brief data. Sweet. So if I go, now that I loaded that in, if I go, okay, so import from SimBrief, import, yeah. Let's go 10 minutes for the fuel. Let's just hit refueling. Now, does that use, oh, I see the fuel is already beginning to come on board. I'm just wondering if that's using GSX out of the box or not. So it's refueling, start boarding, refueling, and what is... I don't know what that button does. Start boarding. Gate is going to be stairs, and it's not going to be instant. It's going to be 20 minutes. Wait for board tips. Waiting for boarding. Okay. Well, we'll let the refueling happen, and let's just jump on ground power, and let's just open the forward. The performance is really beautiful, I have to say. Really, really digging the. I wonder if it's kind of I wonder if it's a combination of Sim Update 1 plus a really well optimized small little airliner. Gives me really good frames. So, American Retro. Hello, Ian. Actually, let's just close that for the time being because that's yeah. So, I've heard about this kneeboard or sideboard. Oh, hello. Right. Why is it sideways? So, checklists. Okay, you click on either side of the... so away from the DC-9 for now. Yeah, I'm giving... I've been testing the DC-9 a lot recently for the beta, so I'm stepping into a retro T-tail that actually works, and works very, very well. So... I'm just looking. I mean, I don't know if they've done much to the textures in this or what, but I think it's mainly the lighting that makes this look better in 2024 than it was in 2020. And we've got the universal FMC1, or I think that's what it is. And I was quite confused about this until I realized that it's exactly the same flight FMC that the Dash 8 uses. So it's like, ding, and a light went on, and all of a sudden I felt a lot more comfortable trying to fly this. It looks like a pillow back there, but it's just the I think it's the firewall, maybe. Yeah, so the FMC that we're going to be using. So, having said that, we've got the ground power on. Let's go ground power ready and battery. And while we're here, let's get the first pressurization system up, ready. We're going to be flying up to 290 today, so let's just adjust our cruise alt, which is there. And the rate, yeah, we put it about there. Let's turn the pitot heaters on. Let's turn on the radio masters. Also, before I forget, let's go to the menu and go... state saving, where is status? State saving, there it is.
State saving enabled.
Hush kit, no. Logo lights, modern packs, oxygen. No, I'm not going to worry about that. UNS FMS, that's what I want. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, the refueling is about 50% complete. May have to pick this up. Love their RJ Professional. Yeah, Kings Bob. I've not touched the RJ. It's not really my kind of aircraft, I have to say. But the F28, I've loved since it came out, and I have flown this F28 a lot over the years in 2020. So I'm looking forward to flying this afresh in 2024 and just seeing how different it feels with an FMC. So Yeah, and being a bit bold, going and doing this on VATSIM. So now that we have, let's arm the emergency lights. Now that we've got things set on, let's get the fasten seatbelt and no smoking online in preparation for the passengers coming on board. Let's just go check the battery 1. We've got DC volts. Yeah, true. Bus. Yeah, battery 2. That all looks good. And gen, we haven't turned the APU on yet, so that's that. We won't turn that on quite this second though. Let's have a look at our FMC now. How do I turn it on? Power. There we go. Okay. All right. So it's got Fokker F28 1000 pass. Yeah, it looks exactly like the Dash 8, the Majestic Dash 8. So it's going through its tests. Accept. Right, so nav. There we go. Flight plan. Now, copy plan route. Is that? How do I menu? Here we go. Load aircraft route. No active GP. Hey Viper, good to see you, yeah. I'm just wondering, I'm just thinking about SimBrief integration. I'm pretty sure I saw on the show notes that they... Oh, you can... Oh yes, fuel, yeah, very, very cool. There's lots to have fun with this, because this takes me back to the Dash 8 days. That's quite low text, just hello. Hang on a second. That may just be my simulator. That might be my graphics settings in the sim. That might have nothing to do with the F28. Pretty sure that's probably my graphics settings, strangely, but they are very low res. I won't deal with that right just this minute though. Menu, load aircraft route. Not active GPS route. Don't really know. You know what, guys? I'm going to learn how to use SimBrief integration later. I'm just going to pause track IR there, and I am going to jump over to my SimBrief profile or my SimBrief flight plan and throw these things in manually, because it's been a while since I've used the this FMC from the Dash 8, so I'm going to learn to do it here. So from CYYZ, so CYYZ, enter, accept. Oh, hello. Let's try that again. From CYYZ, enter. Yes, accept. Why does it go black? Data. Menu. I'm pretty sure I start by putting the to and the from and to in here. That's the way I remember it. What's normal? Strange. Ah, maybe we do it here. Flight plan summary. Let's go, oh, no, I can't. No, I can't put that in there. Flight plan nav. I'm pretty sure this is where we input CYYZ. Enter. But then I go back and it's gone. That's strange. I'm starting to not trust. No, I don't want to get through that. Menu. Nav. Strange. Let me just go over here. Okay, refueling is complete. Let's go to boarding. Start boarding. There you go. Oh no, look at those numbers now. They've now loaded in. It's weird. Okay. Flight plan. This is weird. Copy the nav page. I immediately thought CYYZ. Enter. You would hit accept. Then you go back to nav and you go to KBOS. Enter. Accept. Now, okay, now I go back to nav and it's there for some reason. That's weird. Okay. Flight plan. No, let's go approaches. Data, I think, is it? What's... Yeah, Alistair. Hey, good to see you. Data, fuel. We could put the fuel in now. Let's go put the fuel in now. Actually, it's already... Oh, that's in pounds. Oh, that's in pounds. Right. Are we in pounds? No, we're in kilograms. We're in kilograms. And the FMC is in pounds. Okay. Is there next page? Yeah, okay, next and previous. Pre-flight. Okay. Menu. Takeoff. Nope. List. Okay. List. VNAV. VNAV. Okay. Flight plan. Info. Nope. Nav. I can't 100% remember how to get to the departure page where I put the SIDS in. But maybe... Yeah. Flight plan summary. They're in the summary now. Data. Tune. Nice. Tune nav. Pre-flight. Menu. Takeoff. I can't hit takeoff. List. VNAV. Flight plan. Nav. Heading. I think it's... I don't know. How do I put in a SID and a star? It's direct to flight plan. Clearance? No. Oh, depart. Oh, there we go. Depart. Okay. So we're going to be departing out of 15 left, which is number 4. Yep. And it's going to be Kepta 3. Which is on Kepta 3, which is 11. Nice. And the transition is Bimpa is 1. Okay. There you go. Yeah, flight plan depart. Yeah, thank you, Ian. I was going to say, Ian, you probably are my best go-to man for the Dash 8 FMC these days. So the immediate thing is it's saying I've got a vectors input in between here and Rickem. Let me just check SimBrief. Rickem. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go next. Okay, so from Bimper, it's direct to Avon. So 6. Can I go list? Yes, here we go. No, actually, I just want a direct input. So I want... Can I put it in here and it will push? Yeah. There you go, there you go. Yeah, Avon. And then the next one is... Hank. Accept. And then Hanked is Ponked. Enter. Accept. And then from Ponked it's the flight plan. What we want to do is we want to go back to the flight plan. Nope. No, nav depart. What was that, Ian? Flight plan depart, you said. If I go menu... Ah, there we go. Arrive. That's what I want. So, it's just slowly coming back to me now. It's been a while. 04 right, although that will be as assigned by ATC, of course. Star is going to be the Jafund 2. Jafund 2 with the transition of Ponked. Enter. And the ILS approach is ILS 04 right, which is that one. Okay. No, I'm not going to select transition. Okay, so take off from there. Vectors to Bimper, Avion, Hanked, Ponked, Stoli, Minster, and then there is a vectors in there finally. This is the sort of thing where I'm going to need Navigraph. Because I don't have a PFD. I don't have input from SimBrief. I don't have a moving map. I just have steam gauges and then an FMC. So for situational awareness, I'm going to use this. Yeah, you see, so I'm radar vectors outbound to Rickham. So I'm going to keep this over on my second screen, just to give me some help with that. And what was my takeoff runway again? Was that doesn't tell me. It is 15. It's 15 left. 15 left. Okay, so for 15 left is. Where is 15 left? That's 05. Okay. There it is. Right. Okay. I got you. All the way down and then up. Okay. Good afternoon, Listenor. Good to see you. So we've managed to get our flight plan in, and let's go see what else we need to do before departure. Fuel. Now the fuel on board. Let's just go a quick kg to IB conversion, which needs to be 3918 is 3918. Convert is 8,630. Yeah, right. That's correct. Okay, so that's correct fuel on board. We've got gross weight is continuing to rise because the boarding hasn't finished yet. Ooh, hello. An A350 Air France. Bet you will be seeing a lot of them. Right. I just love the lighting in this sim. really good. Oh, it's so loud. Oh, please. I'm just going to do that for the moment. Let's go back to the FMC. Okay, fuel I think is fine. The tuning, let's just double check. VAT spy. Do we have any Toronto ground or radar or any of that fun jazz? I don't believe we do yet on VATSIM, but we do have an area controller that will be going through all the way, and then Boston we have some ATC. So the takeoff is going to be fairly quiet, and then as we get up into cruise, we should have some ATC for inbound into Boston. So that means there's my textures have gone low res again. Look at that. Transponder on standard, and I'm gonna go 1200 on the transponder. So COM 1 needs to be 1228 enter actual, but then surely doesn't this COM? Let me see. Yes. Okay, I'm seeing on VATSIM. Yeah, this is what changes it. I don't know if that changes it or not. For the process of simplicity, I'm not going to use this tune panel for my situation. Flight plan. Okay, so I think flight plan VNAV. Ah, VNAV. Right. It's saying flight level 240. Is there a way I can input my cruise altitude? Store flight plan, depart, delete, position to waypoint, clearance, normal, arrive, return, data, flight plan, nav, flight plan summary. What is my cruise altitude? Is it here somewhere? Previous? No. VNAV. Well, VNAV is where I need to be, but that's giving me some sort of list. Pre-flight. Menu. I don't know. I don't know about cruise altitude in the FMC. But I mean, these are empty, which maybe I don't do that. Maybe I just assign my cruise altitude via the altitude select window, and I do that manually with my throttles. I don't actually.
Toronto traffic, Boeing 737 on final to land runway 06 right, Papa Alpha Mike 49.
So my first waypoint is actually heading 147 on the departure. Actually, I'm not going to use. I'm sorry. I'm going to use little nav map because I'm just so much more used to looking at little nav map visuals and understanding them at a glance. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to come and pull in my Simbury flight plan into little nav map, download, open, create flight plan. There we go. Yeah, sweet. Okay, that's just pulled in. So the departure runway is 15 left, and the departure heading is 147. And interestingly, you can see that on my my HSI, my HSI needle has automatically tuned itself to 147. So it knows what it's doing. It's intelligent. That's what's happening. Right, 147 set on the heading as well, and let's turn on my two navs.
Toronto traffic, Boeing 737, establish ILS 06 right, Papa Alpha Mike 49.
Okay, I think I'm tentatively ready for APU and the next steps. So let's go up to the APU panel, turn on the main, and press the start button. And let's just have a look at the TGT and the RPM of the APU. That should start to rise momentarily. There we go. There's the RPM, and the TGT should follow and peak and then come and settle around 400 to 500 degrees. The boarding is almost completed. Lovely day here. What's the outside temperature? Oh, it's above freezing. It's like 6-7 degrees Celsius. Actually, I can tell because I've got the METAR on my other screen. It's 7 degrees Celsius in Toronto right now. So there's that. Yep, so the APU is settled around 400, and it is in the green band and holding on the RPM. So let's get the gen on and the air on, and now we're providing that, and we can also double check the electrical power coming from the APU by going to the Gen 3 selector, and you can see the power there. So now what we could do is pull off the external power. So now we can take away the ground power, and the boarding is about 86%, so not too long now. I'm flying to Amsterdam tomorrow for the FS Weekend event. If you need any information from any of the developers, just let me know and I'll be happy to ask you. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. I don't have any specific questions for any specific developers, I think, Ian, but thank you. I'd be very interested to have a chat with you one day after you come back about all that you saw and talked about. I think that would be really fun. So maybe you could come on a live stream, or maybe we could just chat, have a catch up one day in Discord, and that would be great. Thank you. All the best, and please take some pictures of good old Schiphol for us, and pop it in the Discord chat. Thank you. One day I really must get to Schiphol or Schiphol, and let's just arm that now before I forget. Your damper. I mean, all of these things. I'm not really following the checklist, obviously, but I've flown this enough that I feel like I can get this up and in the air without too much of an issue. Why is the registration? Okay, the registration is a Charlie registration, which is what I would expect for Canadian aircraft. But in the cockpit, it's like that's an Israeli registration. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Maybe that's my custom. Maybe my custom reg, something like that. Right, let's go heading on the heading thingy. So the boarding is almost completely finished. Let's just bring the sound back in because it's.
Toronto traffic, Boeing 737, runway 06 right vacated, crossing runway 06 left, and taxi to get Bravo 1 Papa Alpha Mike 49.
Let's get the electrical fuel pumps on. Oh, sorry, electrical hydraulic pumps on. You can see the hydraulic pressures coming up. Alistair, I did see that the former owner of Honeycomb has announced a new company and is supposed to be announcing products. Yeah, I heard that. I read that too, Alistair. Yeah. Yeah, hydraulic pressures seem to be good. Let's put the good old Weather radar and standby, although we shouldn't be expecting any issues. Okay, almost boarded now. A few more minutes and we should be ready to go. That's the boarding done. So those packs total is 14.
Boarding is complete.
Don't tell me that I only have 14 packs. Let me have a look at my SimBrief profile. My SimBrief flight plan says I should have 40, not 14.
Boarding is complete.
Okay, right. So what has that given me? What is my actual Okay, so zero fuel weight is 20,000. Is gross weight 23.7. Okay, actually, no, that's pretty much exactly what SimBrief is giving me, so that's fine. I just was a bit thrown by that packs total. Maybe I should have set that before. But then I don't fully understand how much of SimBrief this is pulling in automatically. I have to fly this more. I'm sure you're aware, but Chase Plane for 2020 is released tomorrow. $30, one-off cost, no subscription. Yeah, Ian, I am 100% looking forward to that. I do still fly 2020 quite a lot, and I will be thoroughly looking forward to using that. And of course, I think if you get it for 2020, then it's a free upgrade to 2024 whenever they bring it forward. So. We are on GPS. You can see we are on GPS. Let's get the door. Well, the door is closed, apparently. Yeah. Let's finally take the chocks away, and we should be ready for push and start. Right, so let's just make a call on Unicom. Toronto ground, Canadian Regional 341 on gate 252 is push and start. Okay, so let us grab GSX and let's go push back and start. The smooth performance I'm getting is uncanny. I don't know why I'm getting such good performance. Usually Toronto, of all places, is not a terribly good place on FPS, so I'm a bit mystified, but in a good way,
Hello, Captain, we are ready for pushback.
Okay. Hello, Captain, we're ready for pushback, eh? I'll need another cup of tea and cruise.
Departure checks completed.
It's lost its heat edge. It's starting to like approach the lukewarm portion, which is never good. Right, before we go anywhere else, I can't. I'm gonna have to hunt for the documentation, aren't I? For the V speeds. Community folder, because documents. There they are. Oh look, and they've got a separate manual for the UNS FMS1. Nice. EFB manual, operations manual. I just want the V speeds. How am I gonna find? I'm gonna have to upload these all to my my folder. Communication, electrical power, flight controls, fuel system, instruments, landing gear, nav, oxygen. Flying the F28, powering the aircraft, pre-flight checks before engine start, taxi, takeoff. Takeoff. I just want some V-speed calculations here.
Toronto traffic, Boeing 737 on blocks, get Bravo 19.
Screw it.
949.
Let's call it 135 for the takeoff. I would just use the performance option in SimBrief. I never use that. Takeoff I don't have takeoff perf in SimBrief available to me on this SimBrief profile, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to use 135. 135 is a fairly middle of the road sort of spot. So has he told me to? No, he's not told me to do that yet. Okay. So let's just have a look. My fuel pumps are not on yet. That's fine. We're just essentially waiting for startup, and I'm gonna leave the startup switches in normal. Actually, I could do them to continuous. I've never done this before, but yeah, actually they're flashing already. I don't know that I want that. Do I? Maybe I need that on takeoff, although I've not really seen that before. Right, I did already announce that I'm wanting my takeoff, my pushback and startup. So are we? There we go. Set parking brakes immediately. Why are we? What are we waiting for, GSX? Oh, we're waiting for the continue pushback. There you go. Nose right. That's what we wanted.
Release parking brakes, please.
Releasing parking brakes. Right, let's get the nav and anti-collisions on. Right, so engine start. So the way we do this is we come up here, we turn on the starter, and we crank to the right. And we immediately go down and we have a look at our high pressure. Our high pressure is coming up, and as soon as it hits 15, we introduce fuel. And that is a smooth beginning. And that's about 15. Let's bring fuel onto the start. You can see the lighter is beginning the ignition, and we continue to watch, continue to monitor. There's the oil, the fuel. Oil isn't coming up yet. Well, actually no, the oil pressure's, yeah, the oil pressure's coming up now. TGT is rising. The high pressure is still continuing to rise. I think it's around 400. You can hear that click. That's when we bring that on to full. And that's a good start. There you go. Oil pressure is now in the green. That's a good start. And now we can crank the left. And we do the same thing for the left. And let's just uncage.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brake set, and that's about 15 on the high pressure. Let's introduce the ignition and some fuel. And just add the runway and wait, and away you go. Okay, I'll have a look at that in cruise, thanks. Let's just have a look. There we go. So waiting for the TGT to rise to between 300 to 400 Celsius.
Unlocking gear.
Which is about there. You can hear the click and introduce the fuel.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
I'm having a blonde moment. Where is my takeoff trim setting? Now that the hydraulic pumps are on, we can turn off the electricals. And we can also turn off the APU. And turn on the second pressurization unit. And turn off the starter. And there we go, we got Gen 1 and Gen 2 on. All the pressurization, the ducts are good. Let's go, Gen 1 is good. Gen 2 is good. And that is a clean start. Let's get the taxi light on. And my speed card, let's go V2, 125. Let's go flaps 11 for takeoff. 129, that's how you find that, because that's an automatic, that automatically, when you press that box, it automatically, based on your weight, configures your V-speed for you. So, yeah, we are ready for taxi. Oh, crap. What just happened? Oh, no. Oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. My controls are not configured. Look. Every single time I open up 2024, these throttles, these profiles, reset to something that they should not be. And I always have to come in here to these two throttle quadrants, and I have to manually set them. This is the right and that's the left. And once I click away, you can see I now have proper throttle control. And that should not have happened. I'm just going to have to restart these engines. Ugh. Okay, the APU is back up online, so let's just crank engine 2 and 1 again. There you go. I've never had that happen to me because obviously high pressure is coming up. That's at about 15. Let's introduce that. At least, oh no, the FMC, the FMC has light has extinguished, which makes me wonder if I've lost all of my waypoints and everything. That would be a bad day. Let's set an initial altitude of 18,000. Oh, hello. Let's go. That's why. That's why. Okay. We're going to play around with this. There we go. High pressure's coming up. This is a good reason why it's probably best not to be in a fully controlled environment right now, even though we are on VATSIM. It's a quiet day on VATSIM. Someone on the Discord was saying way back in the 80s they would use the buckets to back away from the gate at smaller airports. Yeah, the DC-9 did that as well, because their tugs couldn't handle anything bigger than a bizjet or turboprop. Alright. Yeah, that's a pretty standard thing for these aircraft to do. The DC-9 did the same thing. There we go. There's full fuel, and our engines are back. Crisis averted. There we go. We're back. I don't know why that's... Those things are flashing. Oh no, come on. No, don't tell me. Oh. Oh, this is gonna annoy. See, if this was a vintage aircraft without an FMC, we wouldn't have had a problem here. Anyway, should... Oh yeah, look at this. Should hopefully be quicker. K-Boss. There you go. Flight plan. Okay, it's 15 left, which is 4. SID is on page 2. It was the Kepler 3. 11, enter, and 1. And then from there it's K-Boss, it's Bimper, AE bomb. Okay, now we go menu and arrive, and we go in via the blah, 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 04 right, which is 2, and it's the Jafund 2, and it is the Ponct transition. There we go. Actually, let me just go back to that. Yeah, ILS 4 right. Okay, that's good. Yeah, and that's everything we expected it to be, as far as I'm aware. Right. Yeah, thrust reverses back from the gate. Okay, folks, we're going to taxi. Toronto ground, Canadian Regional 341 is taxiing to runway 15 left for departure. Toronto traffic. Parking brake off. Let's introduce a bit of thrust. TTC switches are in takeoff, and away we go. And the ground roll, the ground taxiing dynamics of the F28 were always the best of any aircraft I have ever flown in a flight sim. I can't wait to fly this more in 2024. I think it'll be good. I just don't know why the performance is so smooth, like I've just been saying. don't usually have such nice, smooth performance. I shouldn't keep saying that, or else it will bite me in the backside. I don't know why the green tapes keep moving up on top of that. So it is below 10 degrees Celsius. So, and I do see haze. So what we will do is turn on the. No, actually, let's leave them off so that we have a better indication of icing when it happens. Yeah, it's pretty quiet on VATSIM at the moment, which is fine. Fine for the moment for our takeoff. We're not going to get too crazy. Oh, the Air France took a screenshot on Volanta. Oh, it's just so smooth. It's beautiful. The VC10 would be nice too. Oh yeah. You bet. That would definitely be very nice. If Justflight brought their VC10 into 2024, I mean, that would be amazing. I'm looking forward to their A300B4 with the triple, no, not triple, the dual INS system. The PMGG 747-100 will have a triple INS system. The A300B4 will have a dual INS system, and the 727 from FSS has a single INS system. So fairly soon, you know, probably by the end of this year, this time next year, we'll be in a really fun place, I think. Retro ops wise. Now this altitude selector thing is gonna scare me, I think, because I'm not quite sure how it works. So we'll find out the hard way. Hopefully before we hit monitored airspace. So taxiing all the way down to the end. I think I actually should do a dog's leg onto this left position here. Genuinely have zero understanding why I have such good performance right now. I did recently update the auto FPS auto app, this app here, and also I wonder if it's just I wonder if it's SU1, if it's Sim Update 1 that's just really, yeah. Then there are some things like grass and random things that I'm not seeing right now. So maybe my settings are just. Maybe my settings have been changed somehow with the SU1 update. I don't know. There's a Max over there, looks like. The Justflight TriStar Pro also had an INS too, right? I have no clue. I never flew the TriStar. That would have been way back in FSX. That wouldn't even been a P3D aircraft as far as I am aware. Got a few more A320s and things, a few more boring aircraft over there on the ramp. But my performance right now is, particularly as I'm live streaming in 1440p. I think I'm live streaming 60 frames per second, 1440p, and the performance in the sim is just really smooth and snappy. Really nice. Okay, so that's the retro American Airlines we saw earlier on landing, and that's someone else. We could probably take off from hotel. Yeah, we might just... Well, nah, let's go all the way to the end. Why not? Let's give ourselves some... I mean, we're gonna rocket out of here like nobody's business. I flew the TriStar way back in FS9. Freeware was a good bird. Nice. Yeah, I was talking to the guy I was talking to on the video when the second DC9 video I did. It's not Ronaldo. It's not Ricardo. I'm gonna have to go find it. Let me have a look. Hang on, just a second. Eduardo. When I was talking to Eduardo, he was talking to me about the Britannia, and he still flies the Freeware. I think it's a Freeware Britannia on FS9 today. Like, he still does that. It's just legend. He has the genuine blueprints of the Britannia. He bought them off eBay years ago. I'm really jealous. So if anyone wants to try to bring the Britannia to Flight Sim, talk to Eduardo, because he has the blueprints. So. Euclido, good to see you. Hey, yeah. Finally caught one of your live streams. Yeah, I don't really have a schedule. That's the thing. I'm not one of these high flying glitz and glamour magenta line following, live streamers that stream the A350 and the Fenix and what have you. I'm just a guy who flies retro stuff, and I just do things whenever I can. So I don't have a set schedule for live streaming at all. It's just as and when I have the time, and all of my live streams will go onto YouTube as a video after the fact. So they get instantaneously recorded as YouTube videos, so you can always watch it later if you miss it. Okay, so we're coming up to the end of the runway here. This is 15 left, and we're going to need to make a call on VATSIM. We still don't have any VATSIM Toronto peoples, which is fine. Kepta 3, so it's a Kepta 3 departure. Okay, so let's just come up to the hold and hold. It's a little bit of a hill here, so yeah, I've got no grass textures, and the ground resolution looks quite low. Yeah. Is that snow out there? I think that's snow out there beyond the payware scenery. Yeah. That's kind of weird, but whatevs. Okay, so we are going to get ready to go. So Toronto traffic, Canadian region. Toronto traffic, Canadian Regional 341 is lining up runway 15 left for a Kepler 3 departure. Toronto traffic. Okay, let's move forward. Let's get the lights on. There we go, and the strobe. I loved this thing so much in 2020, and I'm about to love it even more in 2024. It just looks beautiful, and somehow it is better. It's definitely not a placebo effect. It genuinely is. Okay, so we're lining up. We're going to be heading hold on the way out, and let's just have a look. Let's get the gust lock off. That is the single most biggest issue you will ever find in the F28. Forgetting the gust lock, it's always fun. And V speed is set. Let's hit it.
Cam crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
Oh yeah, that should have been a thing. Power is set. Here we go. Toronto traffic, Canadian Regional 341 is taking off runway 15 left.
Cabin is secured for departure.
Rotate. Flaps up.
Trim.
Set climb power.
Okay, we're on the GPS. Now, let's go auto on. No, VS on. There we go. 1,500 feet per minute. Yeah, looks like we're trying to hold 1,500 feet per minute. Let's not go above our TGT temps. That's the limiting factor. Let's just pitch down, and then are we able to do IAS? Okay, so what we need to do is we need to go direct to Riken. Enter. There we go. I want to hit 250 knots. Finding it hard to hit 250 knots here. I don't really understand why. It's like I've hit a brick wall. Why can't I hit 250 knots? My flaps are up. There you go. IAS. Okay. Okay, so we're on 250 knots, climbing on IAS, coming up through 7,000 feet. Let's go to QNH 1013, which is 29902, which is set on both sides. And we will climb up to our cruise of flight level 290, if we can. Let's just have a look at our fuel situation. We've got... Well, this SimBrief profile that I've used hasn't let me down yet, so that's what we're going to use. Ice detect. We're going to let the ice. We're going to actually do a bit of a test and see what the icing does in 2024. I'm just going to ignore that and see. I thought I turned off the taxi light. Maybe the nose light is that middle one. Anyway, we're coming up through 10,000 feet anyway, so we'll just turn those off and we'll leave those other ones on. There you go. So that's 10,000 feet. Let's go back to the pitch, and let's just pitch down slightly. Interesting that this little pitch wheel works. It still works completely independently of this speed selector. So if I put 500 feet per minute and go VS on, you see immediately the autopilot uses that quite nicely. So we now need to pay attention to VATSIM, because we're about to come into a VATSIM airspace, which is in fact Cleveland Center is a 119.875. So 119.875. 119.875 set. 119.875 confirmed. So we're listening into
the Cleveland United 1997 Heavy. We'll have to disconnect for about 30 minutes. We'll be back after.
Giant 863, roger.
Cleveland Center, base 4111.
Base 41, apologies. Turn left heading 180. Climb and maintain flight level 330.
No problem, sir. Left 180.
Oh, I need my transponder on.
United 1997, radar contact lost.
Oh, that's bad, that's bad. Oh no. No. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. We actually died but came back to life. Okay. Let's get the autopilot off for the moment. Let me just sort my life out here. Autopilot on. Beam.
Southwest 423, radar contact, stay altitude.
2,443.
Southwest 423, climb and maintain flight level 350, delete the speed restrictions.
350, no speed restrictions.
Delta 212, cross Emma at and maintain flight level 320.
Cross Emma and maintain flight level 320. Delta 212.
Cleveland, good afternoon. Canadian Regional 341 with you, climbing into airspace, flight level 130. tentative pause.
Canadian Regional 341, Cleveland Center, hello, squawk 7476.
7476, Canadian Regional 341.
Cleveland Center, Canadian Justflight 1899, information Victor at spot 2 at Hoskins, ready for passing.
Okay, anti-icing is on. Let's go IAS.
Justflight 1899, Cleveland Center, hello, thank you for Victor, runway 6 right, taxi via Kilo Lima.
6 right by Kilo Lima, 1899.
November 0, Papa Bravo, you can expect the ILS runway 6 left approach from Queen. And November 0, Papa Bravo, cleared at Queen, cross Queen at 6,000, cleared ILS, runway 6 left approach.
Ooh, nobody saw that.
Center, this is Giant 863 Heavy with you.
Giant 863, you're back.
Hey, firm, sorry about that.
Yo, our engines are way too hot. We do not want to run the TGTs into the amber, so we're gonna have to back down on that.
Giant 863 heavy, contact Chicago Center 134.87, see ya.
Over to Chicago, 134.87 for the Giant.
We're just not getting the performance today out of this.
Chicago Giant 863
I don't understand.
Heavy.
We can't climb. We just can't
Giant
climb.
863 heavy, you're still with Cleveland.
I don't understand it. Let's go to 1,000 feet per minute and just climb.
May 41, clear direct auto. And turn direct auto.
You know what? We're just gonna have to push it. I'm just gonna push it. I don't usually have to run the engines into the amber TGTs ever with this aircraft, so I'm
Oceanic 853,
curious.
Cleveland Center, hello. Canadian Regional 341, ready to contact, apologies, you're about 50 miles north west of the Geneseo VOR. Climb and maintain, flight level 290.
Climb maintain 290, Canadian Regional 341. Okay, so we've got 29er set in the box, QNH 1013. We have auto on and alert on, so I'm assuming, yeah, I'm assuming that means it's going to automatically capture 290 for us.
Delta 565, the wind's 100 at 3, RNAV 24.
We don't want to overspeed again. I've oversped the F28 a couple of times in the years that I've flown this, and I know from experience that the second you hear that warning alert, the sim will detect an overspeed crash, and the sim will cut your flight.
American 3628, descend and maintain, flight level 250.
So I need to. Maybe I should just turn that off for flying on VATSIM. It's probably what I should do.
American 3628, descend and maintain, flight level 250.
250 for 3628.
Anyway, it's following the flight plan beautifully. Really, really nice. And I'm really looking forward to our arrival into into
Sunwing
Boston. This is going to be
365, throttles
interesting.
offline, radar surface is terminated, frequency change approved.
365, okay.
And we have a little TCAS display inside the vertical speed window.
JetBlue 1899, the wind 010 at 6, runway 6 right, clear for takeoff.
Right, clear for takeoff, please,
Very good afternoon. FedEx 1564 with you, flight level 330.
Pressurization seems to be working okay.
Newcomers town VOR.
FedEx 1564, Cleveland Center, hello, radar contact position and altitude as reported, welcome.
You can see the DME countdown to the next waypoint change. 7.4 nautical miles. We should have had the radar. So there are certain things, obviously, I'm grant you on this live stream, there are certain things that I'm not doing by the book. I'm not following the checklist. What I need to do is actually do a proper video. I might actually do a series of tutorials on the F28.
November 0, Papa Bravo.
Like really high quality tutorials, maybe.
Stand by, Delta 212, start your descent now, descend and maintain flight level 320. November 0, Papa Bravo, do you need vectors to come back around?
There you go, so it shows you the next.
That was a question. Do you need vectors to come back around? Looks like you're high and you never made it to Queen.
Okay, so the TGTs are now
November 0, Papa Bravo,
holding.
not a problem. Turn left heading 290, descend and maintain 4000.
So now, here's a question. In the 2024 edition, does the contrails now match the trails of the engine exhaust?
Delta 565, passing 2,500.
Delta 565, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 380, delete the speed restriction.
Climb maintain 380, delete the speed restriction. Delta 5.
JetBlue 1899, passing 3 for 6.
JetBlue 1899, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 370.
370, 1899.
So far, I've not really ran into any huge issues. Obviously, it's just going to take me a couple of flights to get used to the universal FMC 1 again. But
American 3628, Cleveland Center.
Go ahead for 3628.
American 3628, descend and maintain flight level 250.
Yeah, do you want us to descend now? My top descent is just another 40 miles.
Yeah, start your descent now, please.
Roger that.
Canadian Regional 341, contact Boston Center 134.7.
over to 134.7, Canadian Regional 341, thanks. Boston Center, good afternoon. Canadian Regional 341 with you, leveling out flight level 290.
Canadian Regional 341, Boston Center, hello, roger.
What was a UK man on Freak today?
November 7 White Whiskey, contact Cleveland Center 119.87, take care.
119.87,
And there is the level out.
You too. Virgin 45 Whiskey, contact New York Bridge now, 125.7, great day. 125 Whiskey. K519, runway 6, clear land, wind 08014 gusty 2.
Okay, I'm just going to ease off the... I'm going to try and hold Mach 0.7.
K519, runway 6, clear land.
And cruise. Do you use tune panel in the UNS to set frequencies?
Did you traffic climb
or have you tried? I haven't tried that yet. I prefer the manual thing here, just for VATSIM, but I guess I could. I mean, I'll do that next time.
American
actually.
771, clear direct Pro V.
Direct Pro V, American 771.
Canadian Regional 341, clear direct seats.
Clear direct seats, Canadian Regional 341, thanks. Go. Okay, 210 nautical mile.
United 613, correction, United 613, turn 10 degrees to the left, vectors for traffic, descend and maintain flight level 350.
Okay.
10 degrees left for the traffic and we'll descend flight level 350, United 613.
New Virgin 3, turn 10 degrees left, vectors for traffic.
So apparently we haven't gone high enough for contrails today, but that's okay. We can do that another time. The UK is preempting Trump's attempts to annex Canada.
American 771, descend via Roebuck 3 arrival.
The Brits taking over.
Runway 4 right, Boston altimeter 3020.
It's a wonderful thing, isn't it, guys? It really is. Life, isn't it? Let's just center up my V-speed selector.
Boston Center, good evening, Southwest 3014 at 1000 feet.
Southwest 3014, Boston Center, hello, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Why did I just
Climb
get
and maintain
a
flight
traffic
level
warning?
230, Southwest 3014.
I just heard a traffic warning.
Delta 445, climb maintain flight level 310.
310 for Delta 445.
Okay, we've hit
Delta
Mach
445,
0.7.
just be advised, you've got traffic at 12 o'clock, 16 miles northeast bound, flight level 315 climbing. Virgin 3 traffic, you're 1 o'clock, 15 miles southwest bound at flight level 266, climbing to 31.
Who's Mace 41?
Rush Steve, Virgin 3 heavy.
Oh, yo, I've got a, what is this? An F-15 coming up my backside. He's flight level 320.
Descend and maintain flight level 240 and 1,500 feet per minute or greater in the descent.
Send flight level 240 and then 1,500 feet a minute or greater. And our Lufthansa, United 613.
November 417 Bravo Alpha, 10 degrees right, vectors for traffic.
All right, 10 degrees to the right, vectors for traffic, 417 Bravo Alpha.
FedEx 49, maintain, as you just maintain your current speed or greater, 10 degrees left, vectors for traffic.
10 degrees left, will maintain current speed.
So we have an F-15
say indicated speed.
behind me.
And we're climbing it at a 245 knot.
Call sign Mace 41. Ground speed of 610. Altitude is flight level 320.
Mace 41, Boston Center, hello. Good evening. Or good afternoon.
Boston looks busy.
Boston will be back in 30 seconds.
Boston looks busy, guys, so that's going to be fun. So Boston approach is 133. frequency 133. So
He'll be back in 30 seconds.
yeah, guys. So this is cruising in the F28. No big deal. So the integration of the FMC and the GPS seems pretty smooth. It's I like how you've got a little bit more control over the climb of the aircraft with the VS selector, which is a lot of fun to use that to give you more control.
And back.
I don't quite know why I wasn't having. I felt like the characteristics of the engines were a bit different than what I'm used to.
Was it 2218? Check it in.
Which confused me on departure. And then, like an absolute muppet, I completely didn't pay attention to my overspeed. But thankfully, we managed to come back from that. Expecting nothing less from Justflight, in my honest opinion, they are the best of the devs at the moment. Yeah, I mean, Justflight really know how to price and to position an add-on in the best possible place. They're not perfect. They're not perfect. There are some devs that rise higher than them.
Nope, still heading, please.
Like for instance here, guys. So texturing, okay? Texturing.
Southwest 3014, climb maintain flight level 340.
Flight level 340, Southwest 3014.
So texturing in the F28.
Delta.
Have a look at this. So here you've got a ton of scratches. An absolute ton of scratches, right? And the scratches reach all the way into the corners.
Base 41, turn 10 degrees left, actually.
And on the roof.
10 degrees left. Vectors for traffic. Turn and maintain flight level 240.
10 degrees left, down to flight level 240.
He's off here somewhere. He's vectoring me around for traffic. So I'm pointing this out because
there's two stations. Central United 601 Boston Center. Hello, climb maintain flight level 220.
I mean, look at this. Look at the scratches on the door, right?
K519. Welcome to Nantucket. Straight on Charlie's parking. G'day.
I mean, that looks like someone in an insane asylum was given a fork, and he set into that door. It took him. He basically tried to get out of the cockpit, and he was attacking that door for like a week straight with a fork. Like, there's so many scratches. The inside of this cockpit actually looks like the inside of a cockpit
United 601,
that you would expect to see in the desert, you know, in the boneyard, that had been exposed to the wind and sand for years on end. Like, there's just no way this level of scratches would ever be seen, even in an operational aircraft. You might get that level of scratches in places of high traffic in the cockpit, but definitely not. Definitely not on the roof. Like, up here, what is it that you're scratching the roof with consistently to have that level of scratches and that level of blotchiness in the textures? So.
49, thank you.
And I mean,
Can you give me just your maximum forward speed, please?
This looks like it's rotting off. Like, this, I don't know.
Number 417 Bravo Alpha, when able, direct lands.
I understand weathering.
417 Bravo.
I understand weathering, but I feel like they went a bit overkill. So
400.
they're very good, but
7 Bravo. Yeah, that's what it is.
I wouldn't call them the absolute best.
United 613, cross Calverton at and maintain 12000.
But I'm still not complaining at all. I think this is an amazing add-on. Like, I'm very happy with this. These textures don't really bother me. Let's use this thing.
Mace 41, clear direct Stella.
There we go. Okay.
Mace 41, clear direct. Sorry, Mace 41, clear direct Stella.
Sorry, I got that wrong. Sorry, direct Stella.
Oh, that's hurting my eyes.
Boston will be back in 30 seconds. My dinner is calling me.
Mace 41 is off off my left wing somewhere. Okay, let's do a fuel check. Yeah, fuel is good. Fuel is good. We've got about 1.2 tons on either side, which should be enough to bring us in to where we need to be. So seats, SEETS is our waypoint, and we will want to be beginning our top of descent around there anyway. So
in Boston Center, Spearwing 470.
we've got roughly half an hour before landing. So the next frequency change I will do on the FMC, just to see how that works, and that's going to be Boston approach or Boston radar on 133, which if I go tune, actual...
470 Boston Center, hello, climb maintain flight level 380.
380 for Spearwing 470.
Spearwing 470, thank you, clear direct rifle.
Clear direct rifle for Spearwing 470. Spearwing 470, you said Hoffel.
Spearwing 470, direct rifle.
Direct rifle for Spearwing 470.
Lufthansa 415, descend and maintain flight level 360.
Level 360 from Lufthansa 415.
Boston Center, W538, climate 14,000.
W538, Boston Center, hello, clear direct Sandy Point, climb maintain flight level 220. Direct Sandy Point, Sierra Yankee.
Boston today, Speedbird 7 Delta, flight level 340.
Boston Speedbird 5 Echo, connect to 410.
There's a couple of stations there. First of all, Speedbird, was that Speedbird 5 Echo for 410?
Affirmative.
That's an eastbound level, I'm going to need a westbound level, so I think the only one you can do now is 430.
Okay, I'll stay at 430.
Roger, American 771, contact Boston approach 133.0.
133.0, thanks, have a great day.
Thank you, Speedbird 6 Romeo Bravo, Boston, hello, maintain flight level 400, welcome. Ethiopian 932, Boston Center, hello, roger. Speedbird 7 Delta, you don't have a flight plan, please refile. FedEx 49, report ready for descent.
Roger that, I'll get back to the set.
Base 41, cross Stella at maintain 1000. The Albany altimeter 3003.
Cross Stella at maintain 1000, 3003.
I have a feeling we're still not going direct.
W538, 5 away is approved. Report back. Just confirm you are direct to Sandy Point, no Sierra Yankee, please.
I guess we are. It's just so similar to our previous waypoint. Yeah, we are direct here, but it's so. I guess it just looks.
Speedbird Delta, sorry, Speedbird 7 Delta. Thank you. Squawk 3536.
3536. Speedbird 7 Delta.
Boston Center, good afternoon, good evening. Delta 207 passing 11,000 for 14,000.
207 Boston, hello, climb maintain flight level 360.
Climb maintain flight level 360, 27, thank you.
November 417 Bravo Alpha, sorry for descent sequencing. Descend and maintain flight level 290.
Descend and maintain flight level 290 for 417 Bravo Alpha.
It's a bit loud. Bit loud, mate. Bit loud. The F-15 is keeping pace with me. He's come down to flight level 210 now. And he's a whole 60, 70,
approaching 128 kilo, monks to center offline, radar services terminate.
He's about 30, 40 knots faster than me. And below me.
Boston Center, Delta 2611, welcome again, flight level 110.
Delta 2611, Boston Center, hello, climb and maintain flight level 220.
7 minutes to 20, Delta 2611.
Boston Center, very good afternoon, Virgin 3 November, flight level 380.
F-15,
Virgin 3 November, Boston Center, hello, squawk 7076.
Squawk 7076, Virgin 3 November.
July 1972 is then when the first F-15 flew. '67. Okay, so the first, the prototype of the F-28 first flew in 1967, and the F-15 was 72.
Can we request final at 280 for today?
I was just looking to see who was older.
Yeah, sure. Delta 2611, climb maintain flight level 280.
At 280, thank you. That's 2611.
Delta 415, New York, approach Gresham, New York Center is offline, radar services terminate, change to advisor approved, have a great flight, good day. Lufthansa 415, over to Unicom please, good day.
Boston Center, FedEx 49, coming up on top of the fence.
FedEx 49, thank you. Descend and maintain 1000. The Syracuse altimeter is 2994. Expect ILS 11.
What I'm quite interested in is the transition from
Expecting ILS 11.
the transition from GPS to RNAV.
Descend to 11,000.
Because I wonder if I was able just to leave the GPS on for the entire approach. Or if I do need to go over to RNAV. I've always usually landed on RNAV, as in on.
27 Delta radar contact 20 miles west of the Presque Isle Airport. Maintain flight level 340. Welcome.
I've usually gone from GPS to nav and then put in the
November,
ILS
sorry, did you check in?
and then flown down the ILS on nav rather than GPS.
I found more checked in
But I might try this evening on approach
November, my apologies.
Boston
Thank you. You're
to
radar
fly
contact 10,
and see if the GPS handles the approach.
of the Bangor Airport. Maintain flight level 30. Welcome.
Because I've said it in the box, it should handle the approach for me. I'm guessing. So.
JetBlue 538, thank you. Just showing 600 feet high. Just check you've set your altimeter to standard.
We are set to standard. We had some problems with our speed here. Clear of traffic. I'll go.
Ooh, now I hear clear of traffic. Oh, okay. There, we've got ourselves
Southwest 3014, leaving my space. New York Center closed. Radar services terminated. Change to advisory approved. Goodbye.
a blip on TCAS.
Number 2 advisory is
But
Southwest
he's
3014.
way
Thanks
over
for the
there.
ATC. Have a good evening.
Pleasure. Good day.
He's way over there. So why it was giving
Canadian
me
Regional
a
341,
traffic
send
warning?
via J-Fund to arrival, runway 4 right, Boston altimeter 3019.
Oh, was that me? Crap. Sorry, say again, was that Canadian Regional?
A-Firm, Canadian Regional 341, descend via the J-Fund 2 arrival, runway... Oh, actually, just want to check you are a jet, right?
A-Firm.
Canadian Regional 341, then in that case, yeah, descend via the J-Fund 2 arrival, runway 4 right, the Boston altimeter 3019.
Descend via the J-Fund to arrival, runway 4 right, and altimeter 3019, Canadian Regional 341, thanks.
Thank you, United 613, contact New York approach 125.7.
Okay, he's given me 4 right
613, thanks for the ATC, bye.
on the altimeter.
Thank you.
United 601 is ready for descent.
Was that for 7 Bravo?
Okay, let's pull up the J-Fund.
United 601 ready for descent.
Actually, let's just pull up the J-Fund.
Affirm United 601.
Stand by. United 601, sorry, cross Calverton, at and maintain 12000, 250 knots, Kennedy altimeter 3008.
Sorry, can I please repeat United 601?
I'll put it in touch with you.
Okay, so from seats, we should be 210 at seats, at 280 knots.
Boston Center, good afternoon.
Down
Delta
to 170.
11
So
for
seats
14.
210, 170. Yeah, okay. So the speed profile is in little nav map as well. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
United 601, did you receive that?
Affirmative, United
so at seats we need to be 210.
Juliet, maintain 12,000 feet at 1 knots. United 601.
Correct. Yeah, American 2218, leaving my space, New York Center closed, radar services terminated, change to advisory approved. Goodbye. American 2218, go to Unicom, please.
So, 10-3.
Space 41, contact Bradley approach 123.95. Good night.
123.95.
Thank you. November 417, Bravo Alpha. Descend at pilot's discretion. Maintain 1000, Syracuse, altimeter 29994.
2994, descend at pilot's discretion, 1000, 417 Bravo Alpha.
Okay, so I've set the...
Bit 6, leaving my space, Moncton closed, radar services terminated, change to advisory approved. Goodbye.
I've set the approach up in the RNAV, in the radio navigation, if needed. But we'll just see how long GPS takes us.
W207, descend via the Ocean 5 arrival for runway 4 right, the Boston altimeter is 3019.
3019 will descend via the Ocean 5, expecting runway 04 right.
Delta 207, clear direct to Jersey.
Direct Jersey, Delta 207, thank you.
JetBlue 538, clear direct Calverton.
Clear direct Calverton, actually.
Okay, so our top of descent is coming in...
JetBlue 538, maintain 290 knots indicated.
In
290 knots.
About 17 nautical
Delta
miles
2611, maintain 280 knots indicated.
We maintain 280 knots, Delta 2611.
Boston Center, good day, JetBlue 1745, coming to 14,000 feet.
JetBlue 1745, Boston Center, hello, climb, maintain flight level 360.
Flight level 360, JetBlue 1745.
Boston, good afternoon, this is UPS 295, maintain flight level 340.
Interesting, whenever I change the altitude, we get a little TCAS flash.
K69, Boston Center, howdy and yeehaw to you. The Cape altimeter is 3015.
15 K69.
UPS 295, you're barely in my space and going to be leaving it soon anyway. Continue with Unicom, please.
Alright, thank you, UPS 295.
Boston Center, MS 202 heavy, 10,000 coming for 17,000, direct contact.
Emirates 202 heavy, Boston Center,
Okay,
hello,
we don't want to go any
flight level
faster.
330.
We're at 270. and
Climb and
the
maintain flight
approved
level
speed for the
33
start
via
is 280.
202.
So we're going to start descending to, we need to be flight level 210 by seats. Actually, let's just put
United
in...
601, contact New York approach 125.7. G'day.
125.7, United 601, bye-bye.
JetBlue 538, cross Calverton, Charlie Charlie Charlie, at and maintain 12,000, 250 knots, the Kennedy altimeter 3008.
Cross Calverton at 12,000, 250 knots, and the Kennedy altimeter 3008 at saturate.
Delta 2611, descend and maintain flight level 220.
Descend maintain 220, Delta 2611.
Boston Center, Southwest 14.
Last aircraft, unreadable, second.
Southwest 423, checking in.
Southwest 423, Boston Center, hello, roger.
Boston Center, very good afternoon, Air Canada 514. We are passing 12,900. We're direct to Gricky.
Pressurization set. Let's get the pressurization
Canada
down.
514, Boston Center, hello. Climb maintain flight level 350.
Climb and maintain flight level 350 for Canada 514.
TTC switches need to be on takeoff. Landing data checked and bugs set. So the bugs for the landing, let's go for a full flaps.
Based on the current winds, I can offer you runway 1506, air request.
So it's going to be a 210 knot approach speed. For flaps, 42. Full flaps. Actually no, because it might be busy. Let's go 25. Flaps 25. So we're going to go with an alternate flap warning landing.
Sorry, take it. Go for that.
K69, just say runway request. I can offer you 1506.
We'll take 15 for K69.
K69, roger, call the field.
Airport site, K69.
Delta 2611, clear direct to Charlie Charlie Charlie.
Where's direct Charlotte and Delta 2611? Calverton.
Calverton, that's correct, thank you. Virgin 3, leaving my space, mark descender closed, radar services terminated, change to advisory approved. Cheerio.
Cheerio, thank you very much for your service, and I hope you enjoy your dinner. Au revoir.
Au revoir, thanks. Speedbird 7 Delta, leaving my space, Montreal is offline, radar services terminated, change to advisory approved, have a nice flight.
Okay, we're getting close to
we're getting
close to Boston approach, so I'm going to get ready for the 133.00 handoff.
Okay, 69, sorry, the Hyannis altimeter 3014.
14, K69.
Delta 793, Bradley altimeter 3007.
07, 7
Finnair 16, sorry, did you check in? Finnair 16 or Finnair 16, Boston?
Boston Center, good evening, JetBlue 1899, please from Sierra.
Blue 1899, Boston Center, hello. Welcome.
Okay, we're coming roaring down the ILS now.
Finnair 16 heavy.
That's not ILS, sorry, down the descent
Finnair
path.
16 heavy, Boston Center, hello. Climb maintain, flight level 390.
We're coming down the star.
390, Finnair 16 heavy.
And I'm just looking at my my different waypoints on the star and what altitude
Actually, Finnair
constraints.
16, sorry, due to crossing traffic, climb and maintain flight level 350. I'll have higher for you later.
350 in 16 heavy.
Thank you.
I need to be 17,000.
Air Canada 514, clear direct to Peaburg.
Clear direct Peaburg, Air Canada. Oh, sorry.
Was for Air Canada 514.
Yes, direct Peaburg, Air Canada 514.
Canadian Regional 341, you contact Boston Approach now, 133.0. Have a good day.
133.0, thank you very much. Good afternoon, Canadian Regional 341.
Thank you. FedEx 49, fly heading 280, vectors for the right downwind. You expect a visual actually, runway 11.
280 and heading, I believe the runway is 10.
Apologies, runway 10.
Roger that. Heading 280, FedEx 1.
Just wanted to see if
I
you're
don't
paying
know what
attention.
I'm doing.
You passed.
Oh.
It's rare. It's early in the day.
I don't know what I'm doing with the FMC tuning thing. So I'm just gonna forget about that and use this. Boston Approach, good afternoon. Canadian Regional 341 with you, descending through flight level 160.
Canadian Regional 341, Boston Approach. Hello, Boston altimeter 3019er. Confirmed descending via J-Fund 2 arrival, runway 48.
AFIRM, J-Fund 2 arrival, runway 04 right, and altimeter 3019er, Canadian Regional 341.
Canadian Regional 341, thanks. Let me know when you have ATIS Romeo, and expect the ILS runway 4 right approach.
Wilco, thanks, 341.
American 1423, wind 11013, runway 9er, clear for takeoff.
Okay, let's have a look at the
Delta 1443, Boston departure, hello.
Romeo.
Cross runway 4 left at Kilo, turn right on Mike.
Romeo
Cross 4 left
is,
at Kilo and right on Mike, Delta 1443.
American 771, cross runway 15 left at November, hold short of runway 15 right.
Cross runway 15 left in November, hold short of 15 right, American 77.
JetBlue 720, radar contact, say altitude.
read back all hold short instructions and assign at
JetBlue
altitudes.
720, thanks. Climb and maintain 14,000.
Advise you have information, Romeo. Okay.
American 771, contact ground 121.9er, have a good night.
Over to ground, thanks, have a good night.
Okay, we need to be...
JetBlue 720, contact Boston Center 134.7, have a good flight.
134.7, JetBlue 720, thank you, and have a good day.
And Canadian Regional 341, we have information Romeo and just leveling out flight level 110 via the star.
Roger, thank you.
Okay, actually no, I should have been on... Yeah, I should have been on local QNH now because I'm down through 18,000 feet because it's the States.
American 1423, radar contact, say altitude.
Passing 2,200 for American 1423.
American 1423, thank you. Climb and maintain 14,000.
I'm maintaining 14,000, American 1423.
Delta 1443, wind 12013, runway 9er, cleared for takeoff.
12013, runway 9, clear for takeoff, Delta 1443.
Coming down through 10,000. Landing lights are on. Next star waypoint is above 8,000 and below 10,000, which is why we are now descending, and we should be below 250 knots. So we're descending down through 10,000, and we shouldn't go below 8,000 at this point on the star. Lovely afternoon. This is going to be an interesting approach. Definitely. VREF is 120. Okay, so the 1,000 feet to go, and where is my... Yeah, that's fine. So now Harris. And 7,000 is now the new... Let's go 1,200 feet per minute. That should be fine.
Delta 1443, radar contact, altitude.
2,500.
Delta 1443, thanks. Climb and maintain 14,000.
Climb maintain 14,000, Delta 1443.
Delta 2461, Boston departure, hello, cross runway 4 left at Kilo and turn right on Mike.
Okay, coming down through into 7,000. Let's hold at 7,000.
Good afternoon, JetBlue 207, checking in, descending out of 16,700 of the information.
JetBlue 207, Boston approach, hello, Boston altimeter 3019, verified descending via the Ocean 5, runway 4 right.
3019 and affirmative, we're descending via the Ocean 5 for runway 04 right, JetBlue 207.
JetBlue 207, thank you, expect the ILS, runway 4 right approach.
Alright, cool, we'll expect ILS for 04 right, JetBlue 207, thank you.
Delta 2461, Boston departure, good afternoon, cross runway 4 left at Kilo and turn right on Mike.
Cross 4 right on Kilo, turn right on Mike, Delta 2461.
Delta 1443, just verify 14,000.
Yeah, 14,000. We were just on the published approach, published departure.
Gotcha, okay. Yeah, that fix is at or above 4,000.
Okay, got it, thank you.
Okay, let's hold this speed. A little bit slow now. So this next waypoint is speed constraint 220 knots and 7,000, which is why we're holding at 7,000. And as soon as we pass this and take a right-hand turn, we're then going to go down to 6,000 and maintain 220, maximum 220.
American 1423, contact
But we're
Boston
under,
Center,
we're under 200,
134.7,
so
have a good flight.
we're 20 knots slower than we need to be.
Delta 2461, wind 12013, runway 9er, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff from 19er, Delta 2461.
We've got the glide slope already visualizing, which is interesting. On
Delta
GPS.
1443, contact Boston Center,
Okay, there's the turn.
134.7, have a good
Okay,
flight.
we can go down to 6,000
Over to
now.
347 and have a good night, Delta 1443.
This is a much smoother, easier to control vertical speed situation than previously without this. This makes things a lot easier, I have to say, and I'm really enjoying the fact that This is the first time I've ever used it, but it's almost intuitive already. Okay, so we're coming down to 6,000 feet. Let's just not get too late on that. And Boston is down below in all its glory. There's an aircraft on takeoff there. You can see. And is there a tower? Is there a tower? No, there is no tower, but there is a ground. He is 121.9. Let's put 121.9 on on COM 2, 121.9. And then we can just go from VHF 1 to VHF 2.
Canadian Regional 341, just verify what altitude are you descending to now?
Oh, sorry, descending and maintaining 6,000 at this point, Canadian Regional 341.
Thank you.
I should have hit that altitude button.
Delta 2461, radar contact, altitude.
2,600, Delta 2461.
Delta 2461, thank you. Climb and maintain 14,000.
Let me say 14,000, Delta 2461.
Yep, he caught me on that. I took my eye off it for a second. We'll just climb up to 6,000 again and maintain that. You see how in the turn you lose climb speed. You lose the climb in the turn because of the wings don't have the same aerodynamic lift in a bank as they do level. But you see how the autopilot corrected for that. Okay, we're at 6,000, leveling 6,000, and maintain. Yeah, maintaining. Yeah, we're right where we need to be, and now it's all up to him. It's all up to what he gives us, and I think he's going to give us something like something over there. I'm just going to throw the heading bug in that direction, and at this point, I'm actually just going to go roll control. No. Let's go beam. Stay with what
Canadian Regional 341, speed your discretion. Descend and maintain 3,000.
Descend and maintain 3,000. Speed my discretion. 341. Yeah, so you need to arm the approach capture, but you can slap in, whatever descent rate you want, and it will hold that. But you just need to make sure you arm that because you'll punch through that. Let's just help ourselves here a little. Let's arm the speed brake. Okay, this is where the rubber hits the road, guys.
Delta 2461, contact Boston Center, 134.7. Have a good flight.
134.7, Delta 2461.
Sorry, I'm not going to keep up on chat for the moment. This whole approach, I'm not going to really pay too much attention to it. 1,000 feet to go, outsell. Still on about 200 knots. And there's 3,000, so he's going to give me a right-hand turn vector fairly soon. Depends what the angle is. There's 3,000. Engaging.
Canadian Regional 341, turn right heading 310.
Right heading 310, Canadian Regional 341. No, I was 4 degrees off what he gave me. That's preparation for you. Okay, so now we are inbound onto the approach. Let's arm the approach. But we're on glide slope. And I love how this is where this is really helping us on the approach, because yep, and I think no, it shouldn't be 213. It should be
Canadian Regional 341, turn right heading 010, join the localizer.
010, join the localizer, 341. Okay, we're actually going to go GPS now. We're going to go GPS and arm the beam. We're going to arm the beam, but not the glide, because he's not told us to arm the... Oh, no, heading. Heading. Stop that. Okay, that screwed it up. Thank you.
Canadian Regional 341, looks like a bit of a late turn. Turn right heading 070, join the localizer.
070, join the localizer, 341. Thanks. Stupid thing. Let's just fly manually from now.
Canadian Regional 341, also descend and maintain 2000.
Descend and maintain 2000, Canadian Regional 341.
Gear down.
I don't need the gear down right now, thanks. Well, actually, I'm quite slow, so... let's go with the gear down. It takes a while to... So he said descend and maintain 2000. So let's do that. We'll just fly, we'll fly the approach manually now. Okay, so I'm holding heading 070 until we bring back the localizer, and we're just on the localizer now, so let's make that turn.
Canadian Regional 341, 4 miles from, let's see, 4 miles from, don't tell me, Milk, cleared ILS, runway 4 right approach.
Cleared ILS, runway 4 right approach, Canadian Regional 341. Okay, so that means that we're cleared down the glide. We have a right-hand crosswind, and we'll just... Yeah. It's the right approach, not the left approach. Visually it looks like I want to be on the 4 left, but it's 4 right. Okay, there's the glide and there's the localizer. And let's get ready for our approach. Light is on. Signs are on. Right, let's get into the groove and let's get our yeah, speed brake is armed, and we need...
Canadian Regional 341, wind 12013, runway 4 right, cleared to land.
Runway 4 right, clear to land, Canadian Regional 341.
JetBlue 207, speed your discretion. Send and maintain 3000.
Flaps 25 selected.
You have my discretion, we'll descend maintain.
And we have the alternate flap selector set. And we are still, because we got a 16-17 knot crosswind here, which is giving us a bit of a hard time. If I had... This was a bit of a test, guys, and I probably shouldn't have tested on VATSIM, but then I'm live streaming, so you guys want to hear something interesting going on, so...
Traffic.
There we go.
Traffic.
Got a traffic warning, I don't know what that is, but... The handling, I have to say, the handling of the F28 is superb. It's beautiful. Okay, we're high. Yep, glide slope, correcting.
Delta 118 Boston departure, good afternoon. Cross runway 4 left at Kilo and turn right on Mike.
Cabin is secured for arrival.
Thank
Cross
you.
4 left on Kilo and turn right on Mike, Delta 118.
Okay, Pappies are good, glide is good, localize is good. And speed is a little bit fast still, so let's just pull that back and just maintain this profile. And we'll just fly it right the way down to the runway. 500, we're gonna... 200 is our go no go, and we're looking good. We're pretty much visual at this point. Yeah, speed is good. Glide is slightly low. Continue.
Too low, flaps.
Continue. Disregard.
Too low, flaps.
Disregard.
Too low, flaps.
Even though I...
Flaps.
Okay.
Too low, flaps. Too low, flap. 50, 40, too low, 30. 20,
Speed brake out.
10.
And idle.
Delta 118, wind 12013, runway 9er, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 9er, Delta 118.
Let's take this turn off on Yankee.
Canadian Regional 341, welcome to Boston. Taxi onto runway 33 right and hold short of runway 4 left.
Taxi onto 33 right, hold short of 4 left, Canadian Regional 341. Okay, so taxi onto 33 right and hold short runway 4 left. Okay, I know what's going on here. APU is going on. And we want to hold short of 4 left. Because I'm assuming he's going to hand us off.
JetBlue 207, turn right heading 310.
Alright, it'll be a right turn heading 310. JetBlue 207.
Canadian Regional 341, cross runway 4 left and turn left on November.
Cross 4 left and left on November 341. And again, my FPS at Boston is superb. I'm really impressed. Really impressed with this handle. Hello, we've got a little bit of a whoopsie-doo in the terrain.
JetBlue 207, turn right heading 010, join the localizer.
Right turn heading 010, we'll join the localizer.
He's probably going to give
Delta
me...
118, radar contact to altitude.
He's not going to...
Delta 2000, Delta 118.
121.9.
Delta 118, thank you. Climb and maintain 14,000.
121.9.
14,000, Delta 118.
Canadian Regional 341, hold short of runway 15 right and contact ground 121.9. Have a good day.
Hold short of 15 right and contact ground. Thank you very much for ATC, Canadian Regional 341.
JetBlue 207, 3 miles from Nabo. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS 184 right approach.
Still with you, that's 1013.
I think I gave you the wrong thing. Departure is 133.0.
Monitor 133.0, Delta 1013.
And if someone's trying to check in, go ahead one more time.
You actually saved
United 408 16.3 descending via with Romeo.
I got United 40 Boston approach. Hello, Boston altimeter 3019er. Expect the ILS 184 right approach.
I'll expect the ILS 4 right, United 408.
And the other, go ahead again.
Southwest 423.
Southwest 423 Boston approach. Hello, say altitude and verify descending via the arrival. Do you have ATIS Romeo?
That's not working. Why is that not working?
Delta 1013 Boston departure. Hello, cross runway 4 left at Echo and turn right onto Mike.
Cross runway 4 left at Echo, turn on to Mike, Delta 1013.
Why is that not working? Okay, screw
Yeah,
that.
sorry, Southwest 423, I think.
Boston ground. Ooh, no, what are we doing? Boston ground.
And aircraft calling Boston ground, you broke up.
Sorry about that. Boston ground, Canadian Regional 341, we're holding short runway 15 right on November.
Boston ground, American 311, looking for push onto Echo with Romeo.
American 311, Boston ground, good evening. Pushback onto Echo is approved, call for taxi.
Push on Echo, approved, call for taxi, 311.
What's going on? What? I don't understand what I've done. Boston ground, Canadian Regional 341 is holding short runway 15 right on November.
Canadian Regional 341, Boston ground, good evening. Where are you parking?
Don't mind, wherever you want me. 341.
And Canadian Regional 341, any gate on Alpha, cross runway 15 right, good night.
Any gate Alpha, cross runway 15 right, good evening, Canadian Regional 341. Okay. Right, anything on Alpha, he basically said, so we're going to do what we
United
want.
1192, ready for push and start.
United 1192, Boston ground, good evening. Pushback on the Echo is approved, call for taxi.
Pushback on Echo, approved, we'll call for taxi, United 1192.
Boston ground, November 7233 Hotel.
Let's see, November 7233 Hotel, Boston ground.
Boston ground, November 7233 Hotel, requesting credit for
Oh,
wings
am I taxiing the
pre-flight
wrong
part
way?
free.
No, I'm not. There's another...
And November 7233 Hotel, you are loud and clear, and I will put it in for you.
Let's go there.
Many thanks, 7233 Hotel, have a good one.
And 7233 Hotel, just stay on just for a moment until I can log it for you, just so I make sure it gets all set.
We'll go.
We've got just under a ton of fuel on either side coming onto the
Boston
stand.
ground, hello. Ryanair 27 Kilo, stand Bravo 18, request push and start.
And November 33 Hotel, you should see it logged in a few minutes. If it doesn't, you can check in on the Discord.
Will do, thanks a lot, 33 Hotel.
Have a good one. And who called for push?
Ryanair 27 Kilo, stand Bravo 18, request push and start.
Ryanair 27 Kilo, Boston ground, good evening, hold position.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm off, and let's go and let's say start deboarding. Oh, alright, okay. Okay, well, that was my mistake. I should have hit let's put them both back to realistic. I should have hit. Yeah, I need to learn how this EFB works properly. But that's to say, folks, that let's get the chocks in, let's get the jetway open and the ground power on. Why can't I open the jetway? There we go. We're on the there's an Embraer. Look at that. What else have we got? Let's just go for a little not that one. Showcase. So, ladies and gents, I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I think I should do more of those sorts of flights around the world in the F28. You can see I was a little bit rusty. I needed to get used to... why is there a Ryanair in Boston? You see, this is why flight sim pilots can't have nice things. They go and ruin it for the rest of us. Look at that. Actually, to be fair, does Ryanair fly to Boston with the MAX from Ireland? That may be the one reason why he's doing that. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I might just sit here and wait for that aircraft to come out, and I'll just review chat. That wasn't too shabby. That wasn't too shabby on my part, I have to say. Altcell, there's a dashism for you. Yeah, well, you see, Ian, I've been using. Actually, it's very helpful in other aircraft, not just the dash, to say Altcell, because it's a visual, it's an audible confirmation to your own brain that you have selected that altitude to stop at, and the fact that the reason that the Dash 8 pilots do that audibly is because if you don't do it, you could all die. Basically, it's quite serious. And the Dash 8 doesn't have any safety net there for you if you forget to select Altcell. So they always say descending 6,000 feet Altcell, like Ian knows very well, and I when I used to fly the Dash. So I just use it. I use it in other aircraft too when it's appropriate. And I think like you saw, the only issue I made a mistake on that star was in descending. I descended through 6,000 feet down into the 5,000s, and to be fair, the ATC controller immediately picked me up on it and corrected my mistake for me, and I got back onto 6,000, and the rest was fine. But that's where I should have, when I reselected the altitude, I should have just ensured, you've selected your new altitude, hit Altcell. But yeah, unfortunately, work intruded, so I had to mute the end of the stream, but enjoyed your look at the V2 of the F28. I hope to catch another stream in the future. Gate-type stairs on the EFB. Yeah, he made a left turn at Albuquerque. Yeah, he made a left turn at Albuquerque. Yeah, he made a left turn at Albuquerque. Pismo Beach and all the clams you could eat. We're hunting rabbits. Oh, I love Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny is the creme de la creme. children's entertainment. That and the Muppets. Pretty much. That's I mean, that's the best way to end the stream, really. So what is this? He's an American 320 and a something I don't know. So we'll just end the stream while we'll watch this American Airlines take off. But I have to say, the performance, I don't quite know. See, no, look, there you go. There's grass. But when I was in the aircraft, I wasn't seeing grass. So maybe I can see grass in the external, but not, yeah. Anyway, so I'm very impressed with the performance of the sim right now. Maybe it's because there's not much weather around. Maybe because it's a clear day, and maybe because Sim Update 1 has dropped and it's made everything a bit smoother, and I've got this FPS auto limiting app that basically dynamically changes all of my quality settings to maintain the smoothest, stutter-freest FPS that I possibly can. So all of those things added up together, and I feel like I'm rocking a really nice performance stable sim. But of course, that always depends. That always changes add-on to add-on. Sometimes I'm flying an add-on that's not as well optimized, let's say, as the F28 is. Look at that broken concrete texture along the side of the runway. That's cool. That's really well done. This is a Flight Tampa scenery, and of course you always expect absolute top-notch with Flight Tampa. But that American is going to come barreling down the runway. So yeah, I really enjoyed the F28. I feel like the FMC and the altitude selection updates integrate really well into the add-on. The only thing that really let me down, like I said, is my rustiness on the FMC and my rustiness with with IFR on VATSIM in general, with SIDS and stars. And apart from that, I had a really enjoyable flight and an enjoyable live stream. So that's it from me, folks. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you catch me again, and I hope to catch you guys again next time when we fly the F28, and the DC-9 should be fairly close now, I hope, to its first official update, and when it does drop, we will be putting the DC-9 through its paces on VATSIM as well. So Eduardo has some real-world KLM DC-9 checklists and procedure documentation, because of course he's that guy who has everything, doesn't he? It's great. So we'll have fun with that as well. So hope you guys enjoyed it this evening, and yeah, catch you next time.